Everyone, Jeff Debus, Sports Information Director at Calvin University, sitting here courtside at Van Ord Arena, joined by Jason Fossey, getting set to bring you tonight's MIAA women's basketball game between the University of Olivet and the Knights of Calvin University. Jason, good to have you along again.
Good to be back here courtside with you for another MIAA women's basketball matchup.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. Calvin won the first meeting a few weeks ago in pretty dominating fashion, and they're on a little bit of a run. Calvin women's basketball team, they have won 4 in a row and up to 13-9 in their season overall record, and 8-5 in the MIAA. Trying to hold on to home court for at least the first round of the MIAA tournament. They'd love to move up another spot or two, but right now I think trying to stay at 4 and maybe sneak up another spot after that. This pregame show brought to you by Holland Home. Holland Home, since 1892, has been providing vibrant, independent living, compassionate assisted living, excellent skilled nursing, and person-centered dementia care. Holland Home is proud to offer 3 unique communities designed to help older adults live fully and vibrantly. Whether at Bretton Woods, Raybrook, or our newest community coming soon, the Aberdeen and Ada, you'll find welcoming spaces, thoughtful amenities, and opportunities to nurture friendships, old and new. Well, yeah, as I mentioned, Jason, the first meeting between these teams took place back on January 28, not long ago, and Calvin won it 82-41. Anna Fernandez had a big game, 22 points, and she had back-to-back 20-point games this past week and was named MIAA Player of the Week this past Monday. I believe second time this year that she has received that honor, and it's good to see her get going because the Knights will need her.
Yeah, and looking at the Comets this season, entering this contest, 2-19 on the season, looking for their first win in MIAA play. Their most recent outing, the Comets fell at home against Albion. That was 70-59 on Saturday. In this season, they're led by Kinsley Hatfield, scoring 10.9 points a game. Ava Lord is the Comets' leading scorer in conference play at 10 points a game. So 2 players right around 10 points in conference play. We'll see how the Knights can defend those 2 leading scorers. I think defensively for Coach Christer's team in this game, just looking to stay within system and, as you mentioned, keep pace with those other teams in the MIAA to continue, to lock in that home court advantage when it comes to postseason play. Right now, currently in that 4 seed in the MIAA, ahead of 5-7 Alma, and trailing Albion, who's 8-4 in 3rd place.
Yeah, you mentioned Ava Lord. She had 13 points in the meeting about a week and a half or so ago, 2 weeks ago. Also for Calvin in that win, 82-41 at the Cutler Event Center. Caitlin LaRue had 14, and Ryan Rohr had 10. Lydia Saul had 9. Lydia Saul has played very well for Calvin. She has had to play a more elevated role with her sister Hannah injured and out for the rest of the season, and she's done a nice job, hasn't she, Jason?
Yeah, I think a good job with her court vision from the interior post. She's able to find shooters on the outside, whether it's a Sammy Kuiper. Caitlin LaRue has been shooting hot. She's coming off a 4-for-4 performance from behind the 3-point arc just the other day on the road. So we'll see how that part of the interior game can lead to points on the outside as the Knights look to get going here. We're going to turn it over to PA announcer Dan Spoolma in just a moment for the starting lineups in National Anthem today.
Yeah, that pregame show again brought to you by Holland Home, and as you mentioned, let's go to PA announcer Dan Spoolma. Meet tonight's starting lineups powered by Garrett's Appliances, offering the latest lineup of the top appliance brands at very competitive prices. That's a Garrett's Appliance with locations in Wyoming and Kentwood.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise or remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. To honor America and those who protect our freedom at home and abroad, please sing along with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening and welcome to Van Wert Arena for tonight's conference game between the Comets from the University of Olivet and your Calvin University Knights. Let's take a moment to meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Olivet, starting at forward, a 6'1 senior from Hudsonville, number 45, Kinsley Hatfield. At forward for the Knights, a 5'10 junior from Ludington, number 34, Ryan Rohr. For Olivet, starting at guard, a 5'10 freshman from Detroit, number 0, Ava Lord. For the Knights, at center, a 6'2 junior from Grand Rapids, number 25, Lydia Saul. For Olivet, at guard, wearing number 10, she's a freshman, 5'9 from Flushing, Alexis Woodbeck. For the Knights at guard, she's a 5'8 junior from Lake Orion, number 12, Chloe Wiegers. For the Comets, starting at guard, a 5'8 freshman from Millington, number 21, Reese Guzman. For the Knights at guard, a junior 5'10 out of Grand Rapids, number 23, Caitlin LaRue. And for the Comets, starting at guard, a 5'10 junior from Potterville, number 55, Kaylee Bush. And for the Knights at guard, a 5'8 senior from Plymouth, number 13, Anna Fernandez. Head coach for Olivet is Peter Sabidi, and the head coach for the Knights, Mark Christner.
All right, well, that's tonight's starting lineups, powered by Garrett's Appliances, offering the latest lineup of the top appliance brands at very competitive prices. That's Garrett's Appliance, with locations in Wyoming and Kentwood. Olivet in the red uniforms going from left to right. Calvin in the white uniforms going from right to left. Olivet coached by Peter Sabidi. He's been at the University of Olivet now for a handful of years. Previously, an assistant men's basketball coach at nearby Aquinas College. And he's been a coach for a number of years. And of course, Coach Mark Christner is in year 7 with the Knights and picked up his 100th win as Calvin head women's basketball coach earlier this season.
Get ready to rumble!
So Lydia Saul and Peyton Tennant. And the Knights win that tip-off.
That's Kinsley Hatfield on the tip.
There you go. Sorry about that. Trying to get into the lane, Fernandez, and we got a tie-up. And that will go Olivet's way.
Jump ball possession arrow early on heading to Olivet.
So Ava Lord, the leading scorer for this Comet team at the controls. Sends it over to Kaylee Bush. Every one of these Comets are from the state of Michigan, just going through the roster here. Some from the West Michigan area. Of course, Olivet only about an hour and a half away from the Calvin campus. Time ticking down on the shot clock here.
Goshman finds Lord. We'll see what she can do with two to shoot.
Yeah, I'm not sure she got that one off.
Shot clock violation, Calvin basketball.
Well, it didn't hit the rim regardless, but
I think if it would have hit the rim, we would add a reset potentially. Yep. However, no rim there. Turnover to the Knights.
So Chloe Wiegers will get the handoff back from Lydia Saul. Knights in the half-court offense. Entry pass into Lydia Saul. Knights trying to get some touches all the way around. LaRue a three off the back iron. Fernandez got the board and then threw it off of Lord, and it'll stay with Calvin.
Good hustle play there, good awareness there. Right place, right time for Fernandez to fight for that board and keep it in possession of the Knights. Averages about 5 boards a game, does Fernandez from her guard position.
Yeah, it brings that physicality to the backcourt. Chloe Wiegers drives, now it swings over inside, off the window, no by Rohr. Didn't quite have the angle down the way she wanted it. Good open with the left hand, yeah, absolutely. Spin move and a shot, no off the back iron and rebounded by Fernandez. That was Lord on the miss. No score here early on. Of course, I probably shouldn't say it that way, Jason. Our former hockey coach, Mike Petrusma, would say, don't say no score, Phoebus. 0-0 is a score. He's not wrong, I guess. Gonna have a foul on Olivet.
Number 10, Woodbeck, that's her first.
Woodbeck gets the foul. Rohr double teamed in the post, kicks it outside to LaRue. Looks for the return feed inside. Double team goes off the window. No, but a foul.
Not so good.
Might be Woodbeck who just picked up her second.
Foul on Woodbeck. That'll send Rohr to the line to shoot 2 before she shoots number 11. Madeline Burtis checks in for the Comets.
So Burtis checks in, 5'9", freshman at a Grand Blanc, Flushing High School grad. Had some folks from Grand Blanc last night in the acro and tumbling competition.
Another freshman into the lineup for the Comets. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for them, along with a senior in Hatfield and Kaylee Bush, who's a junior.
Rohr makes both free throws, so 2-0 early. And here come the Comets. Pass inside there to
yes, on the
Beauchamp.
basket. Count the goal for Guzman.
Guzman scores off the window and is fouled.
Lydia Saul committed the foul. That's her first, team first. 1 free throw for Reese.
So Lydia Saul got the foul. 7:44 left here in the first. Free throw good, so the Comets take the 3-2 lead, and they'll go into the full court press. Seen this at times by opponents against the Calvin women's basketball team. I think they're pretty well versed in it by this point, and they break it. Wiegers flips it to the left, and LaRue a 3, a little short, hasn't quite found the mark yet. 4 does go to Lydia Saul. Knights being patient. Rohr, a little pull-up off the window.
Ryan Rohr.
So she's got all 4 of Calvin's points, 4-3 early. Oh, and almost a steal, and we do get a steal. That'll be a tie-up technically, but in the books it'll be a turnover and a steal because Calvin has the arrow.
Turns over to Calvin.
The stat books, that is.
Good hands there by Wiegers on the defense.
Then LaRue kind of came in on the double team there, and the Knights with a possession. LaRue right out in front of us, left side. 15 on the shot clock. Fernandez hasn't really got too many looks yet. Pass going to go inside to Rohr. 5 on the shot clock. She'll pull up, and no, off the iron, and rebounded by Lord.
A lot of offense for the Knights running through Rohr thus far. She's been very active shooting the ball.
Wiegers going to be called for the foul. So
Calvin foul on 34. Rohr, that's her first, team second.
Oh, they give it to Rohr.
Ashley Raridan, number 22, in for the Knights, replacing Rohr.
Raridan will check in to the
2
game.
throws
to
for Ava
Rohr.
Lord.
Well, Raridan has played well for Calvin. Both of Calvin's post players in the starting lineup, each with a foul, though. Lord A free throw, no. Out of West Bloomfield High School. 5'10" freshman. Second one is short. The Knights hold on to that 4-3 lead. Reardon the board, and here comes LaRue into the front court. A lot of pink shoes on the court tonight. It's not a think pink game, but by looking at the footwear, you might think it is. Ball swings to the left, and Reardon floats it up. Going to be an air ball, and rebounded by Olivet. Here come the Comets. Gooseman, right side. Lord pumps up a three. Good.
3 for number 0, Ava Lord.
6-4.
Good job in transition by Olivet, finding the open shooter on the outside.
Well, and they look to her, no doubt about it.
Knights trying 10 points a game. She's one of the go-tos. And
Hannah
Fernandez on
responds.
the other end with a step-back pull-up from 15.
Well, I was just going to say, Fernandez has not had many looks so far, and they finally do get her a shot, and she connects. Tied at 6. A little bit of a light crowd here tonight.
Uyghur's able to get her hand in there, and Reardon comes away with it.
Kicks it left side. Fernandez not shy, a little short. Reardon, battle for the board, gets it. Handoff to Fernandez, off the window and in.
Fernandez from Reardon.
There.
Gives Calvin the 8-6 lead.
On contact with the body, falling away from the basket, was able to kiss it off the glass for 2.
Gooseman on the dribble, pulls it up. Gonna be another 3 on the way. Gonna be off the mark. Olivet with the offensive board, though. That was Bush. And then Olivet.
And Burtis gets it back
Burtis
on the
from
cut.
Bush.
She missed that shot and kind of followed her shot a little bit. And was able to get a good cut towards the basket. Bush was able to find her.
Puts it up and in, so we're tied at 8. Under 5 to go, first quarter. Olivet hanging right here with the Knights. LaRue thought about the shot. Now a 3 from the corner by Wiggers. A little off the mark and rebounded by the Comets. Gooseman.
Under control, motion.
Still got to get used to saying some of these names here for Olivet. I'll get there. Entry pass goes into Hatfield, and her shot partially blocked by Reardon. Saul got the board, and here comes Calvin. LaRue's just gonna, thought she was gonna pump up a 3. Instead, gave it back to Saul. Running a little 2-man game. LaRue just got smacked in the face. And I think they're gonna call a delayed foul on Olivet. It's one of those. Well, we're going to have a media timeout, and
team third media timeout.
I will read the. I'll try to read. Well, it's the planning for success. Skipper No String planning for success. So why don't you go away there with it, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. Today's featured Calvin women's basketball student athlete planning for success honoree is Sammy DeKuyper. Sammy is in her 4th year here with the women's basketball team, holding down one of the spots as a point guard for this squad. Sammy is on the Calvin's Dean list, majoring in kinesiology, and that today, folks, is the Planning for Success feature athlete presented to you by Skipper No String Wealth Management, providing financial solutions and services to help you plan for success.
Yeah. Well, in today's game, we'll also be watching for the Visser Brothers Teamwork of the Game play. It'll be a key play where Kelvin has planned, managed, and executed correctly. That'll be the Visser Brothers Teamwork of the Game play, presented by Visser Brothers General Contractors, or a team of dedicated project professionals knows how to maintain your construction process on schedule and on budget. So, yeah, I had kind of a interesting call there. I think the right call was made ultimately, but I don't think the official saw the contact because the official was shielded from where the hand went for the ball and inadvertently, but did catch.
Saw the aftermath of what had taken place and
caught LaRue in the face.
Made the appropriate call.
So LaRue fell to the floor, and at that point, it's got to be a foul or a travel. And if it's not a foul, it's certainly a travel. And the official, using circumstantial evidence, I guess the best way to put it, decided to call the foul well after the fact. And Olivet was not super happy with the way that process all went down, and I get that.
Yeah, and LaRue now out of the game as Gabby Halliwell checks in to her position on the floor. So on the court for the Knights, Rohr, Fernandez, Wiegers, Reardon, and Hallowell.
Well, Hallowell has been shooting pretty well off the bench. See if she gets involved in the offense here. Pass into the post and missing it was Rohr, and now a foul by Reardon over the back.
Yeah, Gabby gave him a good spark in that first half against Kalamazoo. A good shooting first half for the Knights in their last outing this past Saturday. Hallowell was a big part of that with her three-point shooting.
High post pass goes to Lord. Rohr trying to defend her. Oh, and a wayward pass, and Fernandez is going to pick up the steal 1-on-2 now. Gets a teammate to join here, and Fernandez draws the foul.
Foul on the ground before she walked, I think, a little bit.
I think on Burtis.
Little communication on the other end. Lord, you know, found a cutter and didn't realize that she was cutting until it was too late to take that pass back. Knights able to take advantage of it into transition.
Fernandez, a three from the wing. Going to be a little short. Battle for the board, out of bounds. Will stay with Kelvin.
Fight for the ball down there between Rohr and Peyton Tennant.
Pass inside to Rohr off the window. Oh, a little bit off the mark. And Hallowell darts in there, gets it. And the Knights with another opportunity. Hallowell, an open three. She'll pump it up there, a little deep. Rebounded by Lord. Pass inside, Olivet double teamed, and I think we got a 3-second violation coming up here on Alex Mitchell.
That is the call on the floor, Jeff, and into the game for Olivet. Kinsley Hatfield checking back in, and here comes LaRue back off the bench after that blow to the head.
So Wiegers at the controls with Hallowell.
Looks like LaRue has a big knot on her head.
Yeah, she took a pretty good shot and a three by Wiegers, and she puts it in. Yeah, that will...
part of the circumstantial evidence you're talking about. I think we have some visuals that we can check now.
That won't... that's not going to look super pretty in the mirror tomorrow morning, but that's part of being an athlete sometimes, and she'll be fine. Hallowell with a three, a little bit off the mark, battle for the board, and Wiegers comes down with it.
Loose ball turnover at the other end goes to the Knights, so they have another takeaway. Let's see what they can do here offensively to cash in on those takeaways.
Another for Wiegers, a three, a little deep. Hallowell pumps it up from the right baseline, no, from 10, and Olivet with the board. That was Peyton Tennant. And here comes Lord. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Kelvin up 10-8. A little bit of a ho-hum quarter, not a ton of pace here to this one. Both teams trying to get their footing, so to speak. Turnaround shot, good by the Comets. Madeline Burtis, and we're tied at 10.
Good man-to-man defense throughout the possession there by the Knights. Just a good shot while fading away with about 8 on the shot clock.
LaRue top of the key. Ooh, almost put up the three again.
Definitely thought about it.
Pass inside to Rohr. Goes to the basket, off the window and in. She's got 6 of Kelvin's 12. Knights up a deuce. 1 minute left here in the first.
And Rohr continuing to stay aggressive on the offensive end. Kind of seems like as if she gets it every time.
Well, she just got herself a steal.
A green light, and the Knights have numbers now.
Goes all the way to the hole, missed it. Wiegers got the offensive board. Reardon to LaRue. Didn't get a clean catch. Pass inside to Rohr, off the window and in. 14-10. LaRue the assist.
Good fundamental basketball there.
Absolutely.
Good jump stop into the lane, utilizing the bounce pass to a teammate.
Playing off of 2 feet is a real key. About a 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock. And Lord will go right to the hole and roll it around and in. 14-12 on the spin dribble move. Knights will play for 1.
Hold on to it for this last shot here.
Top of the key, Rohrer pumps it up from 17 off the mark. Olivet with the board, and that will be the end of one. So, after 1 quarter of play here at Nord Arena, Calvin 14 and Olivet 12. Hey, in today's game, we'll be looking for our Energizing the Knights player. Gives Calvin a key lift in the game. It'll be brought to you by Pliables, located at Knapp's Corner in Grand Rapids. Using the freshest, highest quality ingredients, Pliables serves healthy, delicious acai, pitaya, coconut bowls, and smoothies. Your morning booster and your lunch break dream, Pliables at Knapp's Corner. Today's first half, brought to you by Skipper and Ostrink Wealth Management, partnering with you to help unlock your financial potential and build your legacy. Also, we'll be watching today for our Defensive Player of the Game, brought to you by Straight Line Fence. That'll be today's Defensive Player of the Game, brought to you by Straight Line Fence, transforming properties across Michigan. Crafting fences that provide sanctuary, security, and self-expression, committed to care and craftsmanship. Straight Line Fence has earned a reputation as Michigan's most trusted fence installers. Call Straight Line Fence today to start building something beautiful. Stats there, Jason. What do you see?
Well, looking at points off of turnovers right now, I mean, I think the Knights have committed, the Comets have committed 7 turnovers thus far. Knights only able to get 6 points off of those 7 turnovers. So I think, they're leading the points off of turnovers battle at 6-0, but I think they're leaving points out there on the offensive side. Just shooting 6 of 22 from the field. No 3-pointers hit yet for the Knights. So I think looking to see if they can get some of those shooters going in this second half. I know we've jacked up a few of them. LaRue's had a few misses. I think Fernandez has a near miss as well from beyond the arc.
We got Minderhout in for Calvin.
Along with, is that Lily Nitz?
Lily Nitz, so it's just about ready to say. So Knights trying to get some fresh legs in there.
Minderhout, as well as Sammy de Kuiper, our Skipper and Ostrink Wealth Management Planning for Success honoree this evening.
LaRue, little step through move off the window and in.
Good footwork.
Yeah. Scoreboard says that's her first bucket of the game. Seems like she's had a few, but I think she's had a few shots, and that might be the first one that actually went in. She's had a good game, though, so far. Caitlin LaRue, little jump stop, pull-up J is good for the Comets.
Scoreboard would be right on that. So far, she's just 1 of 3 from the field, so she's been active offensively. First bucket that fell for her.
Well, that was Burtis with the jumper. She's got 6.
And Lydia Saul with a good 1 step to the basket, and Minderhound gets the foul on the other end. Almost came away with a steal. Gets called for that one, trying to sneak up on the full court trap there. Full court press, rather.
Knights just trying to, I think, increase the pace of the game a little bit with the press. Minderhout has played some this year, as has Nitz. Knights still without Jamie Custer, and Coach Christner was talking on Monday night at Inside Calvin Basketball. They're hoping to get her back sometime in the near future, but not able to go yet tonight. Long skip pass to the right side, tipped underneath, and Nitz comes up with the loose ball. I think LaRue actually got that pass deflected initially, and Knights almost lost it right there. Ball going around the horn. Nitz up top. Now to Kuiper. Be interesting who is the person. You would think LaRue would be the person looking to take a shot out of this group in there. Well, Nitz going to put it up, and it's short off the iron and rebounded by the Comets. Still 18-14. It was Burtis with the board. Gets it inside. Maybe got fouled a little bit. She's going to go to the basket. Little floater in the lane, and it's good. She's got 8, and the Comets within 2. Olivet showing some good burst here at Nord Arena. Calvin up 18-16.
Yeah, Burtis off the bench, giving him a good boost.
Pass inside, off the window, no. Battle for the board goes to Olivet. That's Bush who snared it. Now Burtis. Now Guzman. Little spin dribble on to Kuiper. Three-point shot blocked by Lydia Saul. Comes right back to Kaylee Bush. 8 on the shot clock. Backing her way down and losing the ball on the way up was Woodbeck, and LaRue comes up with a board. Kicks it over to the Kuiper. Back to LaRue. I think she's going to go to the hole, and she will, and score. 20-16. Caitlin LaRue with 4.
Knights coming out in this second quarter, really looking to push the ball, as you mentioned, trying to be more aggressive offensively.
Gonna have a foul into Kuiper reaching around Gooseman. That's the second foul on Kelvin here in the quarter. Substitutions for the Comets. Lord back in. Also in is Hatfield and Drew Allen. Ball swings to the right in the lane.
10 on the shot clock now for the Comets.
And Saul's going to get that steal on the looping pass inside. Here comes LaRue again. Going to go all the way to the basket. Off the window, no. Nitz comes up with it. And Minderhout now with the ball. To Kuiper, almost got her pocket pick. Passes it into the lane. Lydia Saul going hard to the basket. A lot of contact. Minderhout, a 3 from straight on. Going to be short. And rebounded by the Comets. Goes to Lord. All the way to the basket is Lord. Had a good look at it. Got her own board. Put it up and in. 20-18. And she is piling up some production in the stat sheet. 8 points. And I think probably about 4 or 5 rebounds.
Knights working it around now. Here's LaRue.
Going to get a foul there on Olivet, and Coach Sabidi can't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't see the contact. I think Coach Sabidi was kind of blocking our view from that. Going to bring us to a media timeout here. Oh, no, that's not. We're not at media
5:29.
time. Yeah, not at media time yet.
So LaRue is at the line. Been very active for the Knights this half. Makes the first. One thing about this spot here in the left, you do get blocked by the visiting coach a lot, your vision.
Well, Jamie Custer into the game as well.
Well,
for the Knights,
all right.
So
well, there you go.
She's off of the injury list and getting some game action here once again.
Well, that's a good sign. So, yeah, I had not heard that she was cleared. They were hoping to get her back soon as of Monday night. Lord with a step back. No, missed it. And Wiggers with the rebound. And here Coach Sabidi here asking for a foul. Rohr going to the basket and left hand floats it in. 23-18. Five-point Kelvin lead. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Knights. Been pretty tight throughout. Looping pass into Lord. She's been in the lane for a bit and then has to get rid of it and loses it. Rohr into the front court. Gets a return feed, puts it up and in from Chloe Wiegers. And Olivet's going to take a timeout. That'll be a full media timeout here with 4:31 left in the second quarter. Kelvin leading 25-18.
Good teamwork play there by the Knights, kind of just back and forth basketball, making sure that they're looking out for their teammates there.
Well, the Knights broadcast again brought to you in part by Holland Home. Since 1892, Holland Home has been providing vibrant independent living, compassionate assistant living, excellent skilled nursing, and person-centered dementia care. Holland Home is proud to offer 3 unique communities designed to help older adults live fully and vibrantly. Whether at Bretton Woods, Raybrooke, or their newest community coming soon, the Aberdeen and Ada, you'll find welcoming spaces, thoughtful amenities, and opportunities to nurture friendships, old and new. Also, Bergsma Plumbing is your #1 West Michigan choice when it comes to plumbing. Bergsma Plumbing is a family-owned and run business that values relationships with clients through their competitive prices. They help you stay within budget for your next plumbing project or repair. Bergsma Plumbing helps you understand the problem and the plan to fix it. They believe that informed clients make the best clients. That's Bergsma Plumbing, available 24/7. Anything there in the stats, Jason, that stand out?
Knights are improving on their shooting. I think they're being more intentional this quarter at what they would like to do offensively. I think we've seen Ryan Rohrer kind of attack the basket a little bit in the first period. Caitlin LaRue has kind of taken that onus here on early in the second period, adding to her totals. Knights now with their biggest lead, trying to continue that success here as we get underway here once again about halfway through the second quarter. Knights up 25-18 over the Comets of Olivet.
Well, Kelvin going to a little bit of a zone here. Don't see that too often.
Yeah, it looks like almost a 3-2 or a 2-1-2.
Well, they get the three. That's one way to break up a zone. That was Gooseman who drains it. So 25-21 after the Knights had stretched the lead to 7. Wiegers kicks it left side. Custer. Pass into the lane. Shot up there and in there. I believe that was Rohrer.
Yeah, good find by Custer on the drive. Good bounce pass once again by the Knights, using that fundamental part of their game.
Pass inside, Reardon.
And Sabady
altered that one. Yeah, they wanted a foul.
I think both coaches have been, using that conversation with the officials to their advantage, trying to make sure that they keep things fair out here.
Step back fadeaway, no by Fernandez. Lord got the board for Olivet. Comets quickly into the front court. Secondary dribble. Pull up jumper by Gooseman off the mark, and Reardon got the board. Here comes Calvin Custer. Swings it over to Fernandez, open three. It's going to be off the mark. Rebounded away by Mitchell. Knights are 0 of 10 from three-point range, and I'm supposed to do a Let It Fly sponsorship from Gerald R. Ford International Airport here at the end of the half, Jason. And right now the Knights are letting it fly, but they are not putting the ball in the basket.
A little directionally challenged on that right now, but I think we got to keep attacking that part of our game.
Ooh, they're going to call a jump ball. And that will go to Calvin on the arrow. Lydia Saul back in,
along with
Madeline Burtis.
Burtis leading scorer right now for Olivet with 8 points. Lord with 7 for the Comets. Ryan Rohrer leading all scorers in this one with 12 thus far.
Custer thought about the three. Olivet packing it in a little bit. And why wouldn't you? Calvin 0 of 10 from 3, so they're going to dare Calvin to shoot from the outside until they can prove it elsewhere. Running layup going to be off the mark by Custer, and it'll stay with Calvin. 5 on the shot clock. Ball did not hit rim. Inbounds play coming here to Wiegers. To Custer. Drives at left baseline. Got to get it up. She does. Hits the rim, and Fernandez knocks it out of bounds. With 2:08 left here in the half.
LaRue back into the game. She'll replace Jamie Custer.
Yeah, it was short shift for Jamie. One thing when you're out with an injury, you kind of lose your conditioning as well. So
lose your legs a little bit. So she's trying to get her.
It's going to take a little bit of time. Pass into the post there for the Comets. Madeline Burtis, a shot, turnaround, no, and Fernandez with a board. 27-21, Calvin up 6. Ball kicked to the left wing for Lydia Saul. Trying to look around Coach Sabidi here to call this game.
Saul back down low, kicks it out to Reardon.
Little floater in the lane, going to be off the mark and taken away by Burtis.
Burdick's looking to push.
Motion.
Just over a minute to go here in the first half. Calvin up 6. Shooting percentages not super high, at least for Calvin. Here's a pull-up, going to be off the mark by Olivet. That was Hatfield.
Wiegers with the rebound, looking to go coast to coast.
All the way to the basket, and then Fernandez dribble it on the baseline.
Tried to find a cutter there. Good idea there by Fernandez. Pass was just a little out of her reach. Now Rohr back into the game.
Well, I'll do that, let it fly. I look at today's three-point shooting stats. Arriving from the Gerald R. Ford International Airport for Calvin, the Knights are 0 of 10. You can do the percentages there, while Olivet is 2 of 4, 50%. Let's let it fly from Gerald R. Ford International Airport, where endless adventure begins in your backyard, flying nonstop from Grand Rapids to over 35 major cities in the U.S. 40 seconds left here in the first half. Three on the shot clock, long kind of heave, and it'll go off the hands of Bush and out of bounds. Knights can play for one if they so choose. 29 and a half, shot clock is off. I think that'll, I don't know what our statisticians, if they'll rule that a shot or a pass, and then a shot clock violation, but regardless, it came up empty for Olivet.
Yeah, I think definitely a shot clock violation in that situation, you know, and not out of bounds. I think it expired before then, but.
Well, Fernandez going to get a good look, going to be deep. Rohr going for the board, no. Bush had it, and Olivet with one last heave, going to be short by Gushman, and at the half, it is Calvin 27 and Olivet 21. Hey, fans, Inside Calvin Basketball has returned, I should say, for its second season. Began back on Monday, February 2. Just had week number 2 this past Monday night. We got 2 more episodes and evenings coming up. Join us at Big E Sports Grill in the East Beltline at 6:30 p.m. each Monday in February, about a mile south of Calvin's campus. You can get the scoop on Calvin basketball from Bill Saul. We had Mark Christner there as well this past Monday. And the players from the teams. I think, let's see, we had Chloe Wiegers and Sammy DeKuyper were the featured players this past Monday night.
And a $10 burger and drink meal as well,
Yeah, it's awesome. You get some chips to go with it. You can't beat it. So that show airs live on 96.1 The Game. Come out to Big E's and hang out with Calvin fans for fun basketball talk and delicious menu items, including, as you mentioned, Jason, the $10 burger and drink special. That's Inside Calvin Basketball Monday nights in February at Big E's. Hey, we're going to take a little break, have some messages from Calvin, and then we'll be back with our halftime stats.
Big E's Sports Grill, your next destination for any occasion.
With incredible entertainment and amazing food that makes you want to come back for more.
Where family memories are made.
Where sports are enjoyed and friends gather.
Cheers to good times, great friends, and a place where the game is always on. Only at Big E's.
At Calvin University, innovation powers everything we do, from the classroom to the field. It's how we learn, how we lead, and how we grow together. That's why we're proud to partner with Applied Innovation, a regional company providing practical advice and cutting-edge technology, automation and imaging to drive business forward. Thank you, Applied Innovation, for investing in the future, ours and yours.
At Bergsma Plumbing, caring for West Michigan means more than fixing pipes. It means strengthening the community we all call home. As a family-owned business, Bergsma Plumbing values relationships. They take the time to sit down with you, explain the problem, and walk through the plan. Because informed clients make the best clients. They believe in the mission of Calvin University and proudly support the students who are shaping the future. Bergsma Plumbing, trusted service, proud partner of Calvin University Athletics.
The coach just puts you in the game. Everything is on the line. Are you ready? Just like a winning team needs a strategy, your finances need a game plan. At Skipper and Osterink, we're your financial coaches. We strategize together, striving to adapt to every financial play. Your victories are our victories. Our goal is to help you be successful. Join the Skipper and Osterink team. Your financial success is our focus.
Whether it's a first savings account or a mortgage down the road, Lake Michigan Credit Union is there every step of the way. As a proud sponsor of Calvin Athletics, LMCU is investing in what matters: student success, strong communities, and a bright future for all. Thank you, LMCU, for helping our student athletes and our neighbors dream big and bank smart.
Where will the next revolutionary idea come from? That next breakthrough in scientific research? Or that next literary masterpiece? At Calvin University, you can dream bigger, think deeper, aim higher. Our world-class faculty push students to keep asking hard questions and never settle for the status quo. Become part of the solution to the world's big problems. Become part of a university that challenges students to go beyond themselves as Christ's agents of renewal in the world. Calvin University. Go beyond.
The coach just put you in the game. Everything is on the line. Are you ready? Just like a winning team needs a strategy, your finances need a game plan. At Skipper and Osterink, we're your financial coaches. We strategize together, striving to adapt to every financial play. Your victories are our victories. Our goal is to help you be successful. Join the Skipper and Osterink team. Your financial success is our focus.
At Calvin University, innovation powers everything we do, from the classroom to the field. It's how we learn, how we lead, and how we grow together. That's why we're proud to partner with Applied Innovation, a regional company providing practical advice and cutting-edge technology, automation and imaging to drive business forward. Thank you, Applied Innovation, for investing in the future, ours and yours. Whether it's a first savings account or a mortgage down the road, Lake Michigan Credit Union is there every step of the way. As a proud sponsor of Calvin Athletics, LMCU is investing in what matters: student success, strong communities, and a bright future for all. Thank you, LMCU, for helping our student athletes and our neighbors dream big and bank smart.
Biggie's Sports Grill, your next destination for any occasion.
With incredible entertainment and amazing food that makes you want to come back for more.
Where family memories are made.
Where sports are enjoyed and friends gather.
Cheers to good times, great friends, and a place where the game is always on. Only at Big E's.
At Pregame Plumbing, caring for West Michigan means more than fixing pipes. It means strengthening the community we all call home. As a family-owned business, Pregame Plumbing values relationships. They take the time to sit down with you, explain the problem, and walk through the plan. Because informed clients make the best clients. They believe in the mission of Calvin University and proudly support the students who are shaping the future. Pregame Plumbing. Trusted service, proud partner of Calvin University.
I had one goal, Olympic swimmer. I was ranked 7th nationally by age 12. When injuries ended that dream, I thought my life was over. But at Calvin, I discovered I'm not just an athlete. I'm a coach, a leader, a storyteller. Go beyond at Calvin University.
The coach just put you in the game. Everything is on the line. Are you ready? Just like a winning team needs a strategy, your finances need a game plan. At Skipper and Osterink, we're your financial coaches. We strategize together, striving to adapt to every financial play. Your victories are our victories. Our goal is to help you be successful. Join the Skipper and Osterink team. Your financial success is our focus.
Having the ability to do all of my classwork online gives me the opportunity to balance both my schoolwork and football at the same time.
Even though I'm online, I have been able to build community with my professors and classmates through forums where we get to connect and talk about the work that we're doing.
So it really gives you a lot of flexibility to make sure you're doing your work and, you know, having that time to engage online and learn as much as you can.
I am a grad student at Calvin University.
This summer, engage in meaningful music making and learning at No Crest Music Camp. No Crest Music Camp is a week-long summer day camp at Calvin University for musicians entering grades 7 through 12. Here, you'll develop your musical skills through different kinds of learning and performance opportunities, all within a welcoming, inclusive community. Spend a week learning from outstanding music educators in Calvin's state-of-the-art classroom and performance spaces. Interact with peers who are just as passionate about music as you are. Perform in such large ensembles as choir, concert band, jazz band, music theater, and string orchestra. And expand your musical knowledge through your choice of classes, like music in the movies or West African drumming. You emerge from your week at camp invigorated and inspired by the knowledge and experiences you've gained. Join us at No Crest Music Camp this summer.
Back here at Vennord Arena, Jeff Phoebus, Sports Information Director at Calvin University, and we've got our halftime stats brought to you by Advantage Commercial Real Estate. Jason, what do you got there?
Well, I think, we talked about points off of turnovers, and the Knights haven't really improved on that stat. Only 8 points off of turnovers thus far on those 12 turnovers committed by Olivet. Knights doing a good job of limiting their turnovers. Only 2 turnovers for Calvin thus far, but really, trying to turn those turnovers into points, whether it's through transition baskets, which the Knights haven't been able to really get much of that going, or, maybe a transition kick-out three-pointer. The Knights 0 for 11 on the night thus far. Shooting just 12 of 38 for 31% from the field, whereas Olivet shooting 9 of 23, 39% from the field, 2 of 6 on threes. Knights 3 for 4 on free throws, whereas the Comets 1 of 3 from the line. Leading scorers in this one, Ryan Rohrer with 14. She leads the Knights, only one in double digits for Calvin. Caitlin LaRue with 5, Anna Fernandez with 4, Wiegers with 2, Saul with 2, as well as, and that rounds out the scoring for the Knights. And really for Olivet, just 3 players have scored. Madeline Burgess leading them with 8. Ava Lord has done a bulk of the offensive workload, right? She's put up a lot of shots. She has 7, where Reese Guzman has 6. So really just 3 offensive threats thus far for Olivet, and I think really they're trying to get that offense to run through Ava Lord. She's put up a bulk of the shots, holding one of their other leading scorers, Kinsley Hatfield, at about 10 points a game. She's scoreless. She's only attempted 3 shots, so doing a good job person to person on her. We'll see what the Knights do. I think we did come out in a zone one time down, a quick 3 throughout that shot clock possession for the Comets kind of made us change back to a man defense throughout the rest of the second half. But yeah, we'll see what the Knights do. We've played a lot of different players, had some different lineups. Minderhound was in there along with Lily Nitz, so trying to work Jamie Custer back into the action as well. But just a 6-point lead for the Knights, so I think we're looking to continue to be aggressive offensively, but also not be afraid to continue to shoot that 3-point basket. I think we're going to need to sink some of those if we want to continue to keep pace in this one.
Well, those stats brought to you by Advantage Commercial Real Estate, your experienced commercial real estate advisors in West Michigan. They deliver unparalleled commercial real estate services in West Michigan, leveraging the experience of their seasoned advisors. This halftime show brought to you by Beautifully Built by Insignia Homes and True Kitchens. Whether your next project is an urban renewal in the city, a remodel of the family lake house, or a new country estate, the Insignia Homes and True Kitchens team is ready to bring your vision to life. Well, again, 27-21 right now. Keeping eyes on the men's game. That's a big one in the league. Olivet up 18-9. Semi-early in the first half over at the Cutler Events Center. Had some other women's scores. Hope is playing a non-conference game tonight. They've got Hardin Simmons, the Cowgirls, all the way up in Holland tonight. And Hardin Simmons, which is a tradition-rich program, was up 33-27 at halftime on the women's side. And that's the thing with the MIAA schedule. You got 9 women's teams, so you get a little bit of an unbalance, and you get those nights where you can have a bye or you can fit in a non-conference game. That's what Hope is doing tonight on the women's side. Trine is at St. Mary's. Last I heard, Trine was winning healthily, and they are 39-18 at the break. Elma is at Albion. These are all women's scores here. And it is Elma 34 and Albion 29. So a slight surprise there. That's at halftime. So that might have some implications on what we're looking at right here. And then Kalamazoo and Adrian. Kalamazoo up 31-27 at the break on the Bulldogs. Those are all women's scores. I think I was looking at a men's score. Trine was up 29-20 on the Hope men, now 31-22.
And the Calvin men have cut into that lead just a little bit, now 18-11. As we get underway here in the third quarter at Van Ord Arena, Calvin starts the same way. Fernandez, Saul, Rohr, Wiegers, and LaRue for the Knights.
A wayward pass by Guzman. That'll turn it over. Yeah, if Calvin could move into a tie for third, if they could get a win, and Elma were to upset Albion over at the Kresge tonight. So that's one worth watching. Calvin's got to go to Trine on Saturday. It'll be a big one. Knights led 20-1 against Trine here at home, and unfortunately lost 46-40. You were there for that, Jason. Just kind of ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. Knights trying to focus on this one right here, up 27-21 on the Comets. Early moments of the third quarter. Here is Rohr on the roll and just lost it. Got a little loose with the basketball, and Lord picked it up quickly into the front court.
Lord now to Burtis.
Yeah, Burtis going to roll to the basket. Still on the dribble. Gets it back now. 12 on the shot clock. Lord just going to pump up a three, and good. And she's in double digits now, I believe. Yep, she's got 10. And it's 27-24. There's not a lot of rhythm right now for this Calvin offense. LaRue, a three, wide open, missed it. Knights now 0 of 12 from beyond the long line.
Off the back iron there. And one thing with Lord's previous three-pointer, right? I think she caught that in rhythm, was prepared to shoot. And then LaRue on the other end kind of had to think about that shot. And, you know, it was a good shot, as you mentioned, wide open. But I think it's just that catching in rhythm and really knowing what you're going to do with the basketball previously. Here's Lord once again.
Burtis going to pump it up from three. Off the mark, could have tied the game. Rohr got the board. And she will dribble it into the front court. Well, actually gave it away to Wiggers.
Big possession here right now for the Knights to kind of keep this, get this second half going offensively for themselves. Don't want to get this one too much closer.
They feed Rohr inside. She goes up for the shot and got fouled by Hatfield, I believe. So it'll be 2 for Rohr. Well, I was talking to assistant coach John Ross beforehand. He told me our point guard, Chloe Wiegers, got herself a deer late in the late hunting season, harvested a deer and shared some of that venison meat with Coach Ross.
I believe I had some of that venison meat when I stopped into Coach Ross's office earlier this week. Excuse me.
Chloe, a skilled collegiate student athlete with outdoors woman skills as well. You love to see it. My own son is a deer hunter, so I've gotten into that a little bit. I didn't grow up with it, but that is pretty cool.
Great marksmanship.
Oh, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Calvin underneath. And speaking of Chloe, she might have gotten called for the hold underneath. Yeah, I did not grow up with hunting, but in our neck of the woods and my in-laws, they do it a lot. And my son really got into it along with his friends. And boy, during COVID time, it was something to help pass the time. And I don't mind eating the meat. We're going to travel here. We'll get away from the venison talk here. Ava Lord travels. Knights trying to break a little pressure here. Double team on Fernandez. Does get over the timeline. Gooseman right in her shorts. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Saul. Chloe goes baseline, gives it over to Rohr, has an angle, missed the left-handed layup. Rebounded by Lydia Saul. Here's a three, it's up there, it's good!
And
that the Knights break the ice.
LaRue caught in rhythm, was expecting that pass. A good feed that time allowed her to catch it in rhythm and shoot that ball.
32 to 24. Going to the hole, laid it in, was Gooseman. 32-26. Fernandez over to Rohr. Again, kind of a methodical pace of a game. Rohr off the back of the rim of the left-hander, got her own board, kicks it out to Wiegers. A three is up there and good, and the Knights have two triples.
Good marksmanship there from the Hunter herself.
Hunts down a trifecta. It's 35-26.
Back-to-back triples now for the Knights, their first two of this evening.
A three from deep by Hatfield, no. Comes down to Wiegers, and she's into the front court. To Rohr, gonna pull her way to the basket, off the window and in, and it's a double-digit lead, 37-26. Hatfield goes to the basket, got blocked by Rohr, and Rohr with a board. Here comes Kelvin. Wiegers had a go back to retrieve. Ball got knocked out of her hands.
Rohr's filling up the stat sheet now. That's another. She added another block to her total.
She is.
A couple rebounds to go along with her 16 points on this evening.
Fernandez a pull up from 16, right side. No. Board for the Comets. Here comes Lord. Swing right side to Gooseman. And stolen by the Knights. LaRue, she's had a good game tonight, goes to the basket, got fouled and put it in. She got hit pretty good there by Gooseman. And she's gonna need a few ice bags after this game here, Jason.
Good job by the Knights to turn defense into offense. LaRue back there kind of playing free safety, read that pass all the way, stepped into a passing lane, caught it with both hands, and was able to take that coast to coast for the basket and the foul.
39-26, almost 5 minutes into the second half. LaRue completes the old-fashioned three-point play, and she's got 11. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Kelvin, so that will become a media timeout here. That'll be our first full stoppage of the second half. This juncture, we'll have this month of Calvin Sports History, Jason. So what do we got?
Yeah, this month in Calvin Athletics History is presented to you by Applied Innovation. And today we're going to highlight the 1988 Calvin women's basketball team, which is led by head coach Don Brune. The Knights were picked to finish fourth in the MIAA preseason poll, but they proceeded to claim the title and went on to a perfect 12-0 conference record. The Knights later became the first Calvin women's basketball team to advance to the NCAA Division III basketball tournament and the first program to win 20 games as they finished 21-5 overall. And that, folks, is this month in Calvin Athletics History, presented by Applied Innovation.
Bergsma Plumbing is your #1 West Michigan choice when it comes to plumbing. Bergsma Plumbing, a family-owned, run business that values relationships with clients. Through their competitive prices, they help you stay within budget for your next plumbing project or repair. Bergsma Plumbing helps you understand the problem and the plan to fix it. They believe that informed clients make the best clients. That's Bergsma Plumbing, available 24/7. And again, today's broadcast brought to you by Skipper No Drink Wealth Management, providing personal financial strategies tailored to your goals and lifestyles.
So last 2 or 3 minutes, the Knights really kind of came on hot. hitting a couple threes, as well as some good defensive play that's turned into offense. Up now 40-26, extending that lead to 14.
Pass inside by Olivet, no. Rebound by the Comets that get another crack. Now Lydia Saul knocks it loose. Hallowell is into the game, gets it, and moves into the front court.
Uyghurs changes direction.
LaRue, hot hand, and just missed it. Comes down to Kaylee Bush. Kelvin Men down 26-19 with about 7.5 to go first half. Ashley Reardon into the game for Kelvin. Going to the basket. Now here's a shot by Olivet. It's up and in by Bush. I think the feed came from Mitchell. 40-28. Hallowell back to Uyghurs. Right side LaRue. Getting a screen from Saul. Now LaRue going to take it to the basket. Goes up and got fouled, I think, on the ground. Well, will not be a shooting situation. Second foul. Third foul for Olivet as a team here in the third quarter. And no, we're going to get our media timeout here. So, time now for our Calvin Women's Sports Report. Jason, brought to you by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Why don't you read away?
Yeah, the Calvin's Women's Sports Report is presented to you, as you mentioned, by Lake Michigan Credit Union. And last month at the Grand Valley State University Holiday Open, graduate student Sydney Ragadan set the school record times in the 60-meter dash as well as the 200-meter dash. Her time of 7.61 in the 60-meter dash currently ranks 8th in all of Division III, while her time of 24.13 in the 200-meter dash ranks 2nd in Division III athletics. And that today, folks, is the Women's Calvin Sports Report, brought to you by Lake Michigan Credit Union.
Well, time now for Know Your Knights, presented by Family Fair with locations near you, including Caledonia, the hometown of Knight Jr. Ashley Reardon. She is a 6-foot forward from from South Christian High School in Caledonia. That's Know Your Knights, presented by Family Fair. And again, today's broadcast brought to you by Holland Home. Since 1892, Holland Home has been provided vibrant, independent living, compassionate assistant living, excellent skilled nursing, and person-centered dementia care. Holland Home is proud to offer 3 unique communities designed to help older adults live fully and vibrantly, whether at Bretton Woods, Raybrook, or their newest community coming soon, the Aberdeen and Ada. You'll find welcoming spaces, thoughtful amenities, and opportunities to nurture friendships old and new. Back to the action here. Oh, they tried a risky pass inside. Saul was covered. And Olivet picks up the turnover.
One thing to take note of defensively for the Comets, Ava Lord, one of their leading scorers, has had to kind of carry a heavy workload on the defensive side of the ball, guarding Caitlin LaRue, who's been aggressive on the offensive end. She's been matched up against Ryan Rohrer at times as well. So I think that stress on her throughout this game has kind of had an effect on her on both ends of the court, having to do a heavy workload on each end.
Gooseman missed that shot a moment ago. Knights on the attack. Lydia Saul, left side. LaRue's going to get another 3, and good. Caitlin LaRue makes it 43-30, and she has got 14.
How do you leave her wide open?
Well, at this point. Knights up 13. Gooseman backing her way in, missed it off the board. Rebound to Lydia Saul.
Calvin pushing the ball once again.
Hallowell's going to pump up a 3 in transition off the back iron. Olivet, good box out, rebounded by Woodbeck, who's into the game. And a foul on LaRue, who was a little aggressive there with Gooseman.
I think they got Hallowell on the reach-in, on the drive-by reach-in. Tried to poke that ball away.
Rohrer back on for the Knights. Sammy DeKuyper in. I see Fernandez back in. Also in for Olivet is Peyton Tennant, as well as Hatfield. And that's a quick 5-second call. Be a turnover. Knights get the ball back. Kelvin breaking the press, got a 2-on-1. No, they'll pull it back. Under 3 to go here, third quarter. Fernandez into the lane, now right side. Hallowell, an open 3 off the front iron. And out of bounds. Kind of a 2-day window of Calvin Olivet competition. Men's hoops at Olivet. Tomorrow we have volleyball, men's volleyball right here at Bernard Arena. I think it's 7 o'clock. MCVL conference matchup. Olivet off to a pretty good start in volleyball, and Calvin men's volleyball off to a good start.
Yeah, and that league matchup will be on the heels of a Calvin men's volleyball tournament here hosted at Van Noord Arena or Calvin University, as well as we'll have 2 sites for that. We'll have some games in the Hogan Room Gym, as well as some games here in Van Noord on Friday.
A lot of volleyball. If you like men's volleyball, or just the sport in general, this will be the place to be this weekend. Turnover there by Olivet. Knights with the ball. Full court pressure by the Comets. Fernandez in the trail. Finds DeKuyper over the timeline. Loops it over to Rohr. Now gets the ball back. Reardon hands it off to Fernandez. Bowls her way to the basket. Missed it. Rebounded by the Comets. Here they come into the front court. Gooseman ran over a Kelvin Knight. I think DeKuyper, and they'll call DeKuyper for the block.
Olivet trying to spread the court, getting out there in transition as Guzman drove to the basket, was able to draw contact from DeKuyper, who wanted to charge.
So we'll get free throws here for the Comets. Free throw running out. Gooseman again to shoot. 43-30. It's been that way for a chunk of time. 1:52 left in the third. Free throw is good. Full court pressure again by Olivet DeKuyper, and she gets fouled. That will be the 4th foul on Olivet here in the quarter.
So same zone pressure from the Comets, and they're retreating back into a man look, which, you know, that's where I think the Knights can try to take advantage when I think that's how Caitlin LaRue ended up so open a few possessions ago on that 3-pointer. Not always able to get from your spot in the zone and identify that matchup that you're supposed to be in.
Fernandez getting hawked around the perimeter. Hallowell floats it up there and in. Little 10-foot floater. 45-31. Knights up 14. On the dribble is Lord. Olivet gone a little cold here offensively. Gooseman. High post. Now here's the 3 from the left side. It's good. Woodbeck, and a timeout taken by Olivet. It'll be just a 30-second timeout.
Cuts the score to 11.
Yeah. Calvin University Athletics offers summer sports camps of 15 different sports for kids in elementary school through high school. Visit calvinknights.com for a complete list of camps. Calvin Summer Sports Camps are sponsored by Power Strength Training Systems with 6 locations throughout West Michigan, with specialized training programs for high school and college athletes, plus customized training for adults. Over 40 Power Strength Training Systems. It is West Michigan's comprehensive athletic training center. Check them out today at powerstrengthpro.com.
And those are some of the best sports camps around. We just got our 2 daughters who are 11 and 8 enrolled in Coach Amber Warner's women's volleyball camp. This will be my 11-year-old daughter's first time at the overnight portion of that camp. So a lot of different varieties for beginners, for intermediate players, for people that are looking to take their game to the next level and maybe get some college exposure. Calvin Sports Camps are the place to go. Check us out at calvinknights.org.
Well, DeKuyper just getting hawked in the backcourt. Knights do break the pressure there. A minute to go here in the third. Roar picks up her dribble, pulls up from 17, got fouled, and makes the jump shot. How about that? (47-34).
It's a shot right in her wheelhouse. She likes to pull up from anywhere from 18 inside, inside.
Well, she's
to right
got
around
18
the basket.
points now, too. Puts it up there and in there. Give her 19. I'm going to have to start looking up her career high. .45 seconds left here in the quarter. We're going to have a foul inside, reaching in. It's going to be Reardon or Roar. Roar will get the foul. And I think that is the fourth on Calvin, so still not shooting. Lydia Saul coming back on. Roar is going to check out. No, Reardon will check out. Peyton Tennant. There's a three from the right side. No, off the mark. Hallowell tried to get there. And rebounding was Guzman. Going to be another three for Olivet. It's up there and off the mark by Hatfield. Olivet gets the board, put back. No, but a foul on the Knights.
They're going to get Hallowell on the back. That'll be her second foul. Fifth for Calvin. Both teams in the bonus this period with 24 seconds to go. Tennant at the line.
14-point Calvin lead. Tennant, a freshman out of Ottawa Lake, Michigan Blissfield High School. That's over in the Adrian area. Free throw is good for the Blissfield grad. She eyes it, flies it, and gets it. 48-36. Fernandez loops it over to Wiggers into the front court. 17 seconds left. Knights can play for one. Let's see if they do just that. 10 on the clock.
Watch the 41.
5. Now LaRue's going to go to the basket. Goes up and got stripped by Lord. And Olivet will not get a shot off. But they prevent the Calvin attempt. And at the end of 3, it's Calvin 48 and Olivet 36. We'll be looking today, Jason. We got to start thinking about our awards here.
Pliable's energizing player of the game. I think we kind of touched on Ryan Rohr a little bit in her energy. I think from the start she's kind of been attacking the basketball, the hoop anyway. Offensively she's been up and down the court. She's getting baskets on one end, making it all the way back down to under the basket on the other end to get a block and a rebound and a kick out to get us back into transition. So I think just that overall energy, she's filling up the stat line tonight, leading all scorers in this one with 19. So she's somebody definitely to keep an eye on for that energizing player of the game. But then we also have a straight line fence defensive player of the game. She's in the mix for that, along with Chloe Wiegers. Has a couple of steals today. Has gotten herself in position defensively to put the Knights in transition going the other way. But also Caitlin LaRue. She had a play earlier where she kind of took it coast to coast, got fouled on one end. So that's not going to be the teamwork play of the game since she took it all by herself on that one. But we also have to look for that teamwork play of the game.
Visser Brothers teamwork, and then Bauman and DeGroat, energy efficient player of the game.
Correct. So we're going to look at who's filling up those stat lines without too much error. Knights will get the ball to start the fourth quarter here, up 48-36 over the Comets of Olivet.
LaRue dumps it inside to Lydia Saul. Hook shot going to be blocked. Good help side by Lord, and Lord has the basketball. A couple of good defensive plays there for Lord. Shot blocked, though. Speaking of defense, by Lydia Saul, out of bounds. Halftime over at Olivet. Olivet leads the Kelvin men's hoops team 39-32. Try to get you other scores here. Early in the second half, Trine men leading Hope 44-29 at Trine. Women's score, Hope now up on Hardin-Simmons 48-41 in Holland. Trine leading St. Mary's 52-18. Elma still up in the fourth quarter on Albion 56-51. So we'll try to keep an eye on that one. Kalamazoo up 33-30 on Adrian.
That'll put us in the third place here.
Yeah, if these scores hold. And a three from the left wing by LaRue, and she is racking them up, 17 points.
And she's doing it efficiently, and I think that shot right there is gonna kind of solidify her into that Bauman and DeGroot energy efficient player of the game, wouldn't you say? I think on the night now.
I agree. I agree.
6 of 10 from the field. Obviously a slow three-point shooting start for the Knights altogether, but she's 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, 2 of 3 from three-point, filling up other stat categories as well. An assist.
I think the Knights are 4 of their last 7 from 3 right now after starting out at 12. Missed shot by Olivet. Rohr got the board. Here comes Wiegers into the front court. Got fouled. Little ticky-tack nickel dimer, as our good friend likes to say on the national broadcast there. Kinsley Hatfield.
So with those recent three-point shooting stats, you would say that we are continuing to let it fly.
Yep, we are letting it fly. That's Bill Raftery. Got to give the correct attribution there for the phrase. Knights missed the shot. Olivet quickly the other way, and the give and go is effective. Kaylee Bush. 51-38. Lydia Saul. Olivet's done a pretty good job underneath. Rohr goes to the hole, missed it. Saul got the board, got stripped. And here comes Lord the other way. Comets in transition, lay it up, miss it. And Wiegers got the board and got fouled.
Raritan checking into the game. She'll replace Ryan Rohr.
8:08 left in this one. Knights up 13. Full court pressure by the Comets. And now LaRue got double team, picked her dribble up. Knights do break the timeline. About 2-3 seconds left to do so. Didn't used to be a 10-second call in women's hoops. There is now. Fernandez with a pull-up. And if got a bucket.
If you'll notice, the officials don't count. What they do is they utilize the shot clock.
Yep.
So they're looking for that 20 seconds on the shot clock to get there. And once that happens, it actually has to get down to 19 on the shot clock in order for that to be called.
Yeah, 3 from the wing by Bush. So Olivet not going away, makes it 53-41. 7:25 to go. Knights break the pressure. Saul goes up and scores and fouled. Feed, I think.
Fernandez. Good job by Fernandez.
I like that kind of as our teamwork play of the game, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's a good, what is that?
That's Visser Brothers teamwork play of the game.
Teamwork play of the game.
Hey, pairs, same thing. Ken start down. Everybody else is regular.
Good job by Fernandez, penetrating towards the basket, finding the open Saul on the block for the and one. Not able to convert on the three-point play are the Knights. Here come the Comets launching one up from 3.
Yeah, they are not shy.
That's Hatfield off the mark.
Olivet passing the ball around the horn now inside, and a tie-up. Wiegers was in there. Arrow, says Olivet.
4 on the shot clock now for the Comets. They'll have to get one up right away here after the inbound.
One on the shot clock, 3 is up, around and out by Gooseman, and Saul got the board.
Wiegers finds LaRue.
Good, Alexis. In front, KB. Stay in front.
Reardon going to drive the baseline. Kicks it back to Lydia Saul. 10 on the shot clock. Wiegers. Fernandez wants it, puts it up there and in. She's got 9. And a steal by
Great
Fernandez.
Effort there by Fernandez.
She was
good
lurking there. She's got 11.
After great ball movement, working it all the way around.
That's a backbreaker for Olivet because you're fighting hard, trying to get back in, and then
a five point swing. Well,
burst.
Yeah, 5-point swing right away there.
Yep. So 60-41, just like that.
Full court pressure still on here for the Comets. Good job by Coach Christner there in that last possession by recognizing kind of the time of the game. This is the time when the Knights are going to take up more of that shot clock.
But LaRue just being aggressive here, undaunted, goes to the hole. And they call an offensive foul there?
Traveling.
Got her for a jump
travel.
stop. Okay.
So typically a more fundamental jump stopper.
Yep. Comets with the basketball here. 5:40 left to go. Knights up 19. Pass in the post, double team, turnover. LaRue with the loose ball.
Nitz was able to get her hand in there. She's into the game now.
A 3 from the top, going to be a little short by Wiggers. It'll go back to Olivet.
Lord checking back in for the Comets, along with Drew Allen.
Olivet with the basketball. A pull-up from 15. Around and out by Lord. Olivet got the board, missed. Lord aboard and puts it up and in. And I think we got a timeout by Olivet. That's 12 points now for Lord here. So that'll become a full timeout. I'm just looking at our career scoring highs. LaRue's career high is 24. And Roar, according to my notes, is 18 going into today, and what does she have right now?
She's at 18 right now, I believe. Yeah,
needs a bucket. Now that was as of a few games ago. So let me just double check to see what
she's done in recent
what she's
weeks.
done in the last couple of weeks, because she has had some good games. But yep, nothing beyond 18 this year. So 1 basket away from a career high, and. LaRue right now.
I believe she has 17 or no?
17, yeah. 17, 6 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 7 from 3.
And Fernandez now with 11 after that quick 5 the last time down.
Yeah. Hey, let's do that Visser Brothers teamwork of the game. That was that feed from Fernandez to Lydia Saul for the and 1. That is brought to you by Visser Brothers. The teamwork of the game. Visser Brothers General Contractors are a team of dedicated project professionals. Knows how to maintain your process, construction process on schedule and on budget.
Yeah, and we gave that one away, and that was the play right after that good long possession. The Knights kind of got it down to about 8 or 7 in the shot clock. Fernandez was able to hit that 3, and then immediately after got that steal and bucket to help extend this comfortable lead now for the Calvin Knights.
I think we got a foul on Olivet there. Knights trying to break the pressure, getting tight at Albion on the women's side. Elma up 60-59 with 4:58 left in that one. We'll keep an eye on it. Here's a 3. From the wing, going to be off the mark by LaRue. It's a good look. Rebounded by the Comets. That was Burtis. Looks like Albion now in the lead at Kresge, 61-60. Oh, and a wayward pass, and Wigger says, thank you very much. Loops it up ahead toward Fernandez, and that was a little too long. Fernandez tried to save it. Goes back to Olivet. Lily Nitz into the game for Calvin. Here's a 3 in transition, around and out by Olivet. That was Hatfield with the miss. The Knights the other way. 4:20 left in this one. 60-43. Fernandez gonna pump it up there, and she gets it. Give her 14. Second in the MIAA in scoring average right now. Averaging about 16.5 a game right now, Anna. So about 2.5 under her league scoring average.
And she has the last 8 for the Knights, I believe.
She does. Lord going to the basket, little short, rebounded by the Knights, and it's Fernandez will bring it up. She's going to pull it up from 10 and get it. She's got 15. About 3.5 left in this one, 65-43. Got to think we'll get some subs coming in here shortly. Top of the key there to Tennant. Now, Lord, who looks a little fatigued right now. She's played a lot of minutes. Going to the hole, missing it, off the mark. Burtis, and it's Fernandez again, pushing the pace. Got fouled by Lord, and play continues. Olivet gets the steal. I think we do have subs here at the scorers table. Pass inside. Turnaround shot is off the window and in by Tennant. Under 3 to go. Knights will run a little half court to Fernandez. Open shot, it's up there, gonna be short. Reardon poked it. Loose a little bit, but the Comets get the board. Pull-up shot by Lord, around and out. Oh no, it went down. Could not see, I got coach right in front of me here, and then a turnover by the Knights, and then Fernandez steals it right back.
18-point ball game now with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, game getting a little sluggish here.
Been a lot closer than this most of the night. A lot tighter ball game.
Yeah, Wiggers will take it to the hole and score, and I think we're going to get a timeout by Calvin to get some subs in.
Going to be Adeline Nyhoff coming into the game for the Knights, along with Gabby Halliwell checking in.
Knights will take advantage of that timeout. So let's do some of those other awards here. So defensive player of the game brought to you by Straight Line Fence. Who'd we go with there, Jason?
Well, I think we had a few different players in the mix. We're going to look at the stats right now. We had Caitlin LaRue on that one. We talked about her, ability to kind of see that defense. We could also add Anna Fernandez into the mix. She's got a few steals, a couple of defensive rebounds so far. But Chloe Wiggers as well has had her hand in the passing lane quite often.
Let's go with Chloe. I like that one.
Yeah, Chloe's had a great game defensively, some steals, but I think for her, it's more of her communication as well. She does a good job helping out her teammates understand where they're at on the court. Speaking of defense, here's LaRue locking up on the Comets out on the top of the key.
Yep, pass into the post. Little pull-up jumper around and out. Battle for the board. Olivet gets it. Missed shot by Tennant. And it comes away to Halliwell. Knights up 20 here. Albion women now up 6 on Elma with about 3.5 to go. Tough place to play, Kresge Gymnasium. Hope got beat there about a week and a half ago in overtime. Knights also lost at Kresge. Trine went in and won by about 30. Credit to the Trine women. They're on a run, undefeated. And now here's Wiggers with a pull-up in the lane. She's got 9. Now we're going to have a timeout.
Going to get some
substitution timeout. Yeah.
Lauren Van Sumeren for the Knights.
Yeah, Obande is in.
Makara Obande, product out of Hudsonville Unity Christian.
So Wiggers, our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Straight Line Fence. She is our player of the game. Straight Line Fence, transforming properties across Michigan, crafting fences that provide sanctuary, security, and self-expression. Committed to care and craftsmanship, Straight Line Fence has earned a reputation as Michigan's most trusted fence installers. Call Straight Line Fence today to start building something beautiful. Under a minute to go here. 22-point Calvin lead. A 3 from the top and just off the mark by Amari Stevenson. Van Sumeren in there right now, along with Nitz, Obande, Halliwell, and Nyhoff. Halliwell pumps up a 3 off the mark. Olivet Mari Stevenson the other way, fast break.
Stepped on the end line.
Stepped on the end line, so Knights will get it back, 30.7. Technically do have to get up a shot. Shot clock 0.7, or 0.7 of a second. Differential between game and shot clock. Obande will swing it to Hallowell. 12 on the clock. Nitz, a floater, and travel. With 8 ticks left in this one, and Albion now up 69-60 on Elma with just over 2 to go. Last seconds of this one. Stevenson, a runner, and good with 0.2 of a second left.
Got to inbound it. And
so our final score here at Nordorino beat Calvin 69-49. So Jason, let's see, who did we go with Bauman and DeGroat for energy efficient player of the game?
Well, we had Bauman and DeGroat energy efficient game. Caitlin LaRue.
Yep, I like that.
6 of 10 shooting, had 17 points on the night.
So congrats to Caitlin LaRue. That's the energy efficient player of the game. Presented by Bauman and DeGroat, where only the best heating and cooling systems are recommended for you with no upselling or no pushy sales tactics. Then the energizing Knights player of the game, the Pliables. One is, who did we go with there?
We had Ryan Rohr, just kind of her energy from the jump, kind of. She was offensively aggressive all night, kind of carried the Knights throughout each of the 4 quarters on both the offensive side and defensive side. Career high tonight for her with 18 points. Wow, 21 points. That's a new stat sheet coming in hot.
For Rohr, so career high there, yeah.
New career high. She either had an and one there towards the end as she was sitting on 18, our last stat check there. So 21 for her on 8 of 18 shooting, 5 of 5 from the free throw stripe to go along with 3 rebounds as well. Excuse me, 5 total rebounds.
So she is our energizing the Knights player of the game, brought to you by Pliables, located at Knapp's Corner, Grand Rapids, using the freshest, highest quality ingredients. Pliables serves healthy, delicious acai, pitaya, coconut bowls, and smoothies. Your morning booster and your lunch break dream. Pliables at Knapp's Corner. I think we'll have Coach Christner coming by here for a bit. I probably should handle that one. I don't want him grabbing my microphone that I've been struggling with my head cold here, Jason, but got him coming over in a little bit. Some of the final stats, what jumps out to you there?
Yeah, looking at some of the stats, we'll go over these kind of with you here. Knights were 28 of 69 for 40% from the field, 6 of 25 shooting from beyond the arc for 24% there, and 7 of 9 on the night, so a good free throw shooting night for 77% for Calvin University. On the other side of things, Olivet, 20 of 55 for 36% shooting on the night, 5 of 18 from 3 for 27%, and just 4 of 7 from the charity stripe for 57.1% on the night. Points in the paint, big difference here. Olivet with 9, Calvin with 21, or excuse me, that's points off of turnovers. Points in the paint, Olivet with 22, Calvin with 36. Good on the second chance points for the Knights, 12 to 8 over the Comets.
Those stats brought to you by Advantage Commercial Real Estate. And this postgame show is presented by Big E's Sports Grill. Big E's is your best spot to welcome everyone to watch all of this week's games on the East Beltline, just south of Calvin's campus. And don't forget, Big E's is the live home to Inside Calvin basketball, which will air again this coming Monday night from 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Waiting for Coach Christner. Here he comes for our postgame interview. So if you want to throw the final stats up there for him to read, well, he's got to look at them there. So Coach Christner is by for our post-game interview. Coach, just your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I thought Olivet did a really nice job. I thought their pace gave us a little trouble in the first half. I thought their young players did a nice job of playing the way they probably wanted to in terms of some individual post-ups and made a couple threes to stay in the game. I do think Peter does a really nice job, probably in a tough situation, but his team continues to play hard. We knew that they would. They do pose some matchup issues for us, especially as we sub and we're a little smaller. So I give them a lot of credit. I give our team a lot of credit. I thought that we kind of hung in there, and sometimes, you know, you don't play your best and you still got to find a way to win, and we did a good job with that.
Career scoring high for Ryan Rohr tonight. You talked about it in the Inside Calvin basketball show on Monday night, but starting to get some of that explosiveness back and the rhythm, you know, just that comes with coming back from an injury like she had, well, almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah, you know, and she just gives us a lot of confidence, right? I mean, she plays with a little bit of a swagger. You know, we generally outscore our opponents when she's on the floor. You know, she's a really smart player. She's, I think, second in the conference in steals, plus the rebounding, plus the scoring. Her free throw stuff has gotten way better this year. She's done a really nice job. So, yeah, you feel comfortable running stuff for her, and she did a nice job tonight.
You know, Olivet kind of slowed the pace there, and then I think you guys adapted, and part of the adapting was making a few three-point shots. I think you're 0 of 12 initially, and then all of a sudden you made 4 in a short span, and it starts to become contagious. I mean, when you guys can knock down that outside shot, you become a different team offensively.
Yeah, you know, you do have to have a little balance, right? I mean, Ryan gives us the inside presence, and then we do have shooters. I thought Caitlin LaRue had a nice game. I thought she was pretty convicted offensively. And I think sometimes, Jeff, when a team like, you know, Olivet did a really nice job, I think, of creating some indecision for us offensively. Like, we weren't sure if we should shoot it or if we should pass it or if we should drive it because of some of the switching and the sagging. And, you know, you kind of have to unlock that a little bit, and then, you know, you have to be able to get some stops. I was probably disappointed in our rebounding. I thought our rebounding effort wasn't very good, and it's going to need to be a lot better, you know, moving forward for us to do anything that we would probably like to try to accomplish. But, you know, give them credit. They went hard to the offensive glass. I think probably kept them in the game a little longer than we would have liked, to be honest.
Saw a little bit of Jamie Custer back on the floor for the first time in a while. Good to see.
Yeah, little by little, I think she's getting a little bit better. You know, the game was a little weird at kind of the end. There wasn't a long stoppage, and then kind of we skipped over, you know, I would have liked to play Emma Whitty or, you know, give Jamie another run, but then you kind of skip over that, and you're kind of like, we'll just kind of get to the, you know, Makara and Adeline, Lauren, people who don't play a lot. Yeah, and that happens. But it was good to have Jamie back, and hopefully she can continue to, hopefully today went well for her, and she can continue to heal.
Absolutely. It was looking, Elma actually had a lead for a big chunk at Albion, but Albion about to close it out. They're up by 9 with about 30 seconds left at Kresge on the women's side, so still chasing them. But you got a big one on Saturday. You go down to Trine, and Trine won by a bunch tonight at St. Mary's. Well, the game's still going, actually, but it's 61-29 with 7 minutes left on that one. So they are playing awfully well, aren't they?
They are, and they're really balanced. Andy does a great job. I mean, they just program-wise, you know, and they have missed, you know, they're similar to us. They've had a tough injury that had happened for them, I think, on the same day that our injury happened. And they just, he does a really nice job. Their culture is kind of mental toughness. They have a lot of people who can score. They've had some nice, Madison Wagner's having a great year, and freshman point guard's doing a really nice job. So yeah, we'll certainly have our work cut out for us Saturday in Angola.
Absolutely. And, you know, you did have a pretty good lead on them the first time around. So
we did.
To some degree, you know, you can say, hey, we lost that game, but we can play with them.
Well, we understand, you know, it's going to require us playing our best. And, you know, we still are working on that. And so, you know, Saturday, you kind of look at it as a great opportunity. And in fact, the last 2 regular season games are teams that have beaten us already. So, you know, I thought we did what we needed to do here in this stretch of games in terms of winning. I thought largely, you know, we played really pretty well. I thought today we were a little fatigued in some respects, but I think we're looking forward to finishing this up, seeing where we can kind of land in the conference tournament and proceeding from there.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on a big win here tonight. think that's 5 in a row. Yep. So, you know, if we were talking in soccer terms, we'd say 5 wins on the spin. And we like to hear that. So
yeah, no, it's good. And I you know, I've said, you've heard me say this, I think every win's a Picasso. I'm not trying to be disappointed. You know, there's times, though, when you don't feel like you probably have the juice. And, you know, some of that, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Olivet, who I thought played hard and did a really nice job. And I think our group, you know, you can always learn some things. And, you know, we have to be a little sharper here moving forward down the stretch of the regular season.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win. Thanks for stopping by. And I think we'll be talking to you a week from tonight when you have another home game. That'll be senior night, right?
It will be senior night, yeah, against Alma. So, but, yep, off to Angola, and we'll be ready to rock and play well there.
All right.
Thanks,
very good.
Jeff. Go Knights.
Go Knights. That was Calvin Head women's basketball coach Mark Christner here on the Big E's post-game show. Again, going through the final stats here, I think Jason gave a pretty good accounting. He had a career high from Ryan Rohr, also 18 points from Caitlin LaRue, and then 15 from Anna Fernandez. The Knights started to get loose from 3 in the second half, and that certainly unlocked this one as the Knights win it by 20, 69-49, which is our Fast Times final score of the game. I want to thank the folks again back in the studio for doing a great job pushing all the dials and controlling the shots and all that type of thing. Nate Porter and Justin Kendall kind of direct everybody there, but the students do a fantastic job, and they'll be busy this weekend and busy again tomorrow night. We've got volleyball here at 7 against Olivet. We've got lacrosse coming up Saturday at noon. We've got basketball Saturday here as well. So a lot of stuff happening. So we want to thank them for all of their work and bringing these broadcasts to you. Until our next broadcast, which will be tomorrow night, we'll tell you so long.